analysis of Zenith Electronics, we must first understand the foundation they are trying to move away from the old organization culture. Based on the case study, Zenith's original culture was a highly traditional, hierarchical, and control-oriented model. It prioritized stability and conformity over agility and change. We can define this culture by its core value. The first one is discipline, second is loyalty, and the last one is respect for authority. This established a very formal and rigid operational environment. I want to highlight two key characteristics that ultimately led to Zenith's problem. The first one is centralized decision-making. All power and authority were held by top management. The structure was command and control. This limited autonomy throughout the company and resulted in slow, bureaucratic process that couldn't keep pace with market change. The second one is deflate innovation. The most significant issue was the workforce passive nature. The case clearly stated employees rarely voiced new ideas. This lack of psychological safety meant creativity was essentially non-existent, leaving the company unable to develop new products or efficient process needed to combat fierce global competition. Essentially, the old culture created an organization that was resistant to change, directly contributing to its declining sales. In summary, the traditional culture focused on rigid rules and top-down control left Zenith ill-equipped for the modern competitive landscape. Now, let's contrast this by looking at the new desired culture that CEO Ms. Aisyah Rahman is trying to implement. Following the analysis of Zenith's rigid past, let's look forward. CEO Ms. Aisyah Rahman recognized that survival demands a radical change. She is driving the adoption of what we can define as an innovative and open culture. The core definition is simple. This culture is designed to foster an environment where creativity, collaboration, and rapid adaptation to market change are paramount. The goal is to make Zenith agile and competitive again. The new culture is being built on three key pillars. The first one is innovation and openness. This is the key objective. The CEO is transforming the company to actively encourage new ideas and ensure transparent communication across all levels, breaking down the walls of the old hierarchy. The second one is modern system and flexibility. To modernize their operations, Zenith is introducing digital system and importantly, flexible working hours. This is about more than just convenience. It's aimed to improve efficiency and critically treat employees as responsible professionals who are trusted to manage their time rather than just compliant workers who must punch a clock. The last one is performance-based rewards. This is a vital mechanism. The company is deliberately shifting its reward structure away from seniority or strict rule following and towards performance. This change is intended to directly incentivize the behaviors they want, creativity and teamwork, by linking employee success directly to innovation. The shift from the old hierarchical culture to this new, innovative and open model is Zenith's survival strategy. It is an effort to move from a company that resisted change to one that embraced new ideas and is positioned to respond quickly to market challenge. This sets the stage for our next point, the significant resistance they are encountering during this transformation.
Hello everyone, my name is Ellyviana Tupang, Anak Macdonald. I'm going to present about the ways to sustain organizational culture. So the first step is selection process. Selection process is where management identify and hires individuals who have the knowledge, skills, and value that align with the organizational culture. The second step is top management action. Leaders shape the culture through their words and behavior, setting example and norms that others follow. The third step is socialization process. Socialization process is where new employees learn and adapt to the organization culture through the stage of pre-arrival, encounter, and metamorphosis. The pre-arrival stage occurs before an individual joins the organizations when they develop expectation, values, and attitude about it. Next, the encounter stage happens when the person actually enters the organization and experience the real situation, comparing it with their expectation. Last but not least, the metamorphosis stage is when the new member adjusts to the organization culture, learn new behavior, and become comfortable in their role. Now, I'm going to present about the methods to transmit organizational cultures to employees. The first method is stories. Stories help employees understand the company's value through real examples, making the culture easier to remember and connect with. The second method is rituals. Rituals strengthen shared value by showing employees the expected behavior through regular activities or traditions. The third method is material symbols. Material symbols visually show what the organization values, helping employees understand the company's priorities and what is important. Last but not least, language. Language creates a shared identity by using special terms or phrases that help employees feel included and understand the culture more quickly.
This is the force that causes the need to change. First is nature of the workforce. They introduce flexible working hours and encourage teamwork to adaptation to the changing expectation of employee. Second point is technology. To address the competition and sales decline, they had to introduce digital system, making technology a key force, driving the need for new skill and way of working. Third point is economy shock. The rise and fall of global housing market, financial sector collapse, and global recession can lead to declining sales and the need for significant change to ensure survive. The need declining sales fit this category. The last point is competition. The company face increased competition from global brands which put pressure on their market share and sales.
Every major change brings some resistance, and Zenith is no different. There are two main groups finding it hard to adjust. First, the senior worker. Many are struggle with the new technologies. This often comes from fear of failing or feeling they don't have the right skill yet. Second, the manager. They are used to having strong control in centralization system. So the move to more decentralized decision making can feel like a loss of authorities. To deal with this resistance, Zenith can use a few focused strategies. First, education and support. For senior workers, passion, hands-on training, and coaching are the keys. We need to show them how learning new system will actually make their job easier and keep them valuable to the company. Second, participation and involvement. Managers should be part of the process, involving them in designing flexible work, policy, or digital rollout to give them a sense of ownership and reduce fear of losing control. Third, negotiation. For those who still unsure, offer new responsibility that fit their strengths, like coaching other or leading cross-functional team. This helps shift their influence from control to guidance. And finally, clear communication. Throughout the process, leadership must keep explaining why the change is necessary and what could happen if the need doesn't adapt, such as falling behind competitors or losing sales. To wrap up, Zenith journey is about more than new system. It's a full cultural shift. The company is moving from a centralized discipline structure to a flexible, innovative one. For this transformation to last, leaders need to keep reinforcing the new culture through consistent action, reward system, and hiring the right people. And the key to success lies in managing resistance by offering support, involving people in decision, and communicating clearly. When employees feel supported, included, and valued, they don't just accept the change, they drive it. That's how Zenith can achieve a truly successful transformation.